Also, just because like my cock's huge.
I cannot wait for us to take over. I cannot wait for us to take over as a country and win the war, and then I can speak in my normal accent.
Ukraine's first, aren't they?
Yes. And then once we defeat Ukraine and take Ukraine, we take the rest of the world. And then slowly I can speak in my normal accent. But for now, I guess I have to speak the way they like it on the podcast. Oh, hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
How's it going?
How's it going? My boy over here is just chilling because
it's
69 and you know.
Yeah, I've actually got a chick sucking my dick right now. So.
Yeah.
You guys wouldn't understand, maybe, but like, you know.
You guys wouldn't understand.
Bunch of virgins
You know,
watching this.
I just want to. I want to hide what I'm talking about, so I just need to fold this.
Oh yeah, it's not like they don't see the table
Uh,
because they're virgins.
that. What?
They don't see the table because they're virgins.
Is that why I haven't been able to sit in the table for this long?
Yeah, you get tables. Just, it's not that.
I just thought this was hanging in midair. I just thought this was like a magical podcast or something. That's why like everything was going well for us. I was like, well, fucking magic table.
Yeah. Everyone's like, whoa, why are those two mics and dudes just like?
Why are those two dudes floating?
The chairs aren't here either. We're just floating on. We're floating because it's episode 69,
Yeah.
and that's
Instead of 69ing each other, we're just gonna float.
You know how like people will be like, oh my god, 100th episode.
Yeah.
Nah, 69th episode.
Nah, 69th. Yeah, because like that's way more important. Like, what do you actually get at 100? Like, there's no one comes up to you and gives you a prize.
No one sucks your dick at 100.
Yeah,
People
but they
suck
were
your dick
at
at
69. They do.
100%. If you go up to a girl and you say, hey, I just recorded episode 69 of a podcast, she's sucking your dick. Like, I don't honestly think, if you go up to a girl in a club and say that, 100% works.
So yeah, like realistically, like if you just approach her and go, hey, I'm actually like
I'm
literally just a podcaster.
First of all, she's already wet.
Okay.
She's already wet. She's
already decided to go home with you at this point.
Right, she's like, no, she's not. See, the problem is when you say such like extreme.
Oh,
things,
she wants to be seen in public.
but she's also no. She's just nervous. She doesn't say I'm coming home with you because she's too.
Okay.
You're so like
You're so like
such an alpha.
The amount of aura that you have around you is so unparalleled that
she's frozen,
yeah,
but she's wet.
yeah.
She's dripping. You can see it.
There's
dripping.
icicles coming out of her vagina.
So all you have to do is like literally just be like, and she's
Yeah.
coming. She's following you. That's what you gotta do, and then she's off and you walk.
No.
You could walk home and she'll walk behind you.
no,
She'll be like, you'll be trapped.
No, I got to do something from the podcast that we do all the time. Peace, fiends. I just say that to her, and she's like,
Oh, yeah, because she obviously knows this podcast. She's
because
like,
she knows,
No,
and
no.
she's a fiend herself.
do you know? I
She's
went
a
up
fiend
to a girl in the club like a couple months ago, and I was just like, oh hey, doing this podcast. She goes, oh my god, are you Joe Rogan?
You do look like him. So
And I was just like, yeah,
yeah.
and smash that pussy.
I'm so happy.
Boys, just be like, hey, I'm Joe Rogan, and
Hey, I'm Joe Rogan.
hey, how's it going? I am Joe Rogan.
Hey, I'm Rob Whittaker. Yeah, he just lost the most recent fight, but it's alright. I'll get him back.
I'm going again next
I'll get
week.
him back.
I'm going again soon. Did you see Joe Rogan got cancelled again?
What?
But I saw he was trending.
Cancelled again?
I don't think he did. I haven't even actually caught up with it from the other day. But he was just trending on Twitter again because he apparently all his episode on Spotify went down. And I imagine they're back up now.
I know there was a Joey Diaz episode. The
The
most recent one's
recent
Joey
one?
Diaz episode. It was very funny.
I have not seen that. I've not listened to
Not kept
Rogan
up
in a little
with-
while. No, I listen to better shit. I won't lie. Like I listen to better shit.
Okay.
I feel like there's better things out there for every like niche if you want it to be there.
100%. Yeah,
But,
yeah. But Daddy Rogan always provides.
Yeah, no, they're back up again. So I think it was more so just a glitch
Oh, okay.
because everyone was going wild
And
on
everyone's
Twitter.
panicking like, oh my god, they actually took him off.
Yeah, everyone thought they.
And
did,
I bet
yeah.
you all of those fucking little fucking inbred incel cunts were like, yeah, we won.
Oh, 100%. And then you got like Joe Rogan.
And then
himself.
Daddy just came back with his big fat Spotify catalog.
But you also got Joe Rogan incels that were like, I'm now taking it off Spotify.
Yeah.
I'm now not. Would you do that?
What?
Would you not use Spotify if they took Joe Rogan off?
I
I would not give a fuck.
I mean, if that's truly what Daddy desired, I'd have to. and I just have to use Apple Music, and I'm
Yeah.
fine with Apple Music. I like Apple Music. The only reason I actually use Spotify so often now is because I one time created a playlist for someone, and then it was just easier to go on that playlist because it was the most recent created playlist that I have.
Yeah.
And so I just kept updating that one with new music.
Yeah.
And so it's grown to have a purpose.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Above Apple Music.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. No, I mean, I just don't give a fuck about Apple Music. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. It's not my. It's not paying me. They're not paying me.
Neither is Spotify.
How'd you know?
Oh, they are. So you're just taking all the money that we're making. You're just saying, no, we're not making money yet, bro.
Yeah. What was I saying? We're not making.
Bro, we're in minus. We're in debt, actually.
Yeah. Well, actually, you owe me $20.
Actually, TikTok just sent me a message saying you owe them $30. For what? All the offensive words you've said online,
All
bro.
the bad.
You know how
words.
many kids you've polluted?
Too many, to be honest.
Yeah,
Way
too many kids'
too
minds.
many.
Speaking of what pollutes kids' minds,
Lots of
Euphoria.
Oh, it takes over.
It does.
You can't go on TikTok on a Monday,
It does.
Tuesday. You can't go on TikTok because it's literally just.
People
It's
go crazy.
people love it. People love it, and I don't blame them.
It's a very good show, and
Yeah.
I've finally caught up, so we can talk about it. I want to go through 3 specific episodes, just mention them, and then we'll go from there, I reckon. And
Yeah.
You know, first episode that I was interested in, probably my favorite episode so far. Episode 9 of season 1, when it's just Rue and Ali in the little diner, and they're eating and having a conversation about like theology and ideas and and he talks about our generation and how we've killed off God and all of this other stuff. And it's really interesting. I think it was a very deep episode, and just like at the end, how like when he went for a cigarette, it's like he's giving her all of this advice and stuff like that. And then as he walks out, he ends up calling his daughters, which he hasn't probably spoken to since he last relapsed.
Yeah.
And then like it was a very deep episode. I really liked that one. And I like those. I like an episode that can be in one location most of the time, which was the diner, and have one sort of like camera visual, but then like still keep you interested. Like the monologue between them two, the ideas, the little flashbacks. It's why I really like this show, because a lot of other shows, when they have those like diner scenes, incredibly boring.
Yeah, they do. That's like, I think that's purely down to the cinematography,
Right, but
how
just
they.
I mean, storyline as well. Obviously,
no,
character
but I
development,
mean in terms of how they
writing.
like spice that up,
Yeah,
and the way it's
100%,
shot.
yeah.
Like you got to respect the way that. I don't always love the things that they do in terms of the extra things, just because I don't like. For an example, when it goes into a musical, I don't really care too much.
Okay,
Like I'm not just in terms of like I'm not like it doesn't.
The one
give
of the
much
most
to me.
recent episodes with Labyrinth, you'll finally see Labyrinth,
Yeah.
where he's singing,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
when she's like basically kind of talking to her dad, I think.
Labyrinth, come in. I can make an earthquake up in here.
That's how.
Imagine
the
that
next
just
one,
came
when she's
on.
on drugs, like.
Imagine that came on. That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing if that did come on.
But yeah, the score on that's really amazing. I really like. I don't mind when they go into some of those musicals. Just want not too long. Next episodes I want to talk about is episode 1 and 5. And 1 and 5 I think are very important, because 1 is just kind of depicting Vru and how like she says she wants to get clean, but she's constantly going back to these same spots and same people and etc. etc. So it's funny to look at that in contrast to episode 5, where she's just in such hard withdrawal that she's like lost her fucking mind, and she's not giving a fuck about anyone or their feelings or trying to appeal to anyone and say that she wants to change. She's just gone crazy, berserk. Basically an episode where she like slashes through majority of her relationships.
Yeah, we got all of them pretty much.
Yeah,
There's not one that she didn't ruin, I think.
That shit with Fez was really fucked up as well.
Yeah.
That was really sad. But that episode really affected me, because I've had problems with like my anger throughout the years. So witnessing kind of her going to that rampage, and how the more words anyone else says, the more she escalates, and the way she reacts angrily is by just hurting people more and more with words and saying, "Oh well, I'm bad, but you're worse off in this way."
Yeah,
and then
like
she
Cassie.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil too much, but like, yeah.
Without doing too much, obviously. I like. What would you do in your case? Because I think the mum does an incredible job as well. Rue's mum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like, what would you do in that situation? Like, if your like kids like that, Because it's interesting in the latest episode, obviously, she pretty much comes out and says, spoilers by the way, she says like, you know, do what you want.
Oh yeah, do as many drugs as you want. As soon as you're 18, you leave.
Yeah, which is like soon, which is like in half
Oh,
a year,
honestly, like there is a point with. I understand it's your child, and like that's the one person you should care for the most because it's your creation in some sense. But
she does. She's actually doing the right thing.
But no. But you know, how some people go, oh, if your son or daughter or whatever you want to define him as, your dragon.
Yeah.
If they're going through some sort of withdrawal or some drug addiction and stuff like that, or just going through a constant, you know, stage where like their drug addiction is affecting the rest of the family, you eventually have to go.
What do you do?
You're on your own. No, that's what I do. What her mum did exactly. You try and you try and you try and you try until it gets to a point where it's like this person is affecting everyone else way more negatively than positively, and that's when. So that occurrence, when Rue started affecting her, when she, instead of just hiding, she started affecting her family in different ways, where now this, spoiler alert, her borrowing the drugs and her mum flushing it, because probably going to cause further problems for her and her family.
Yeah, they've not even really. No, they solved that, didn't they? Like realistically. No. Oh no, she ran away. Yeah, no, she ran away.
And then she went to the chick and she basically slept there, and then she got out.
Because she got drugged. She got like morphine shot.
Morphine, yeah.
Yeah, but because
didn't get drugged. She wanted it.
Yeah. So quick question on that as well. So there's a theory on that where like apparently there's like scratching on the doors. And then they're obviously saying that like, you know, there was probably someone they think that they use people like that for prostitution. Because there was like scratches on the doors, and that's what she was talking about. You know how like she said to her at the time, you're lucky a girl like you doesn't actually need. Yeah, you could always just use your body. Yeah. She was just saying, she was like trying to sink that in. That's what I think they were trying. That's what I think she was trying.
It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense because now that I think. In that episode as well, there's a part where Rue goes, I'm willing to do everything except she's not done that.
Yeah.
As in like the needle. And now that she's done that, it's like, well, I've done that now. It's past the threshold. So now I think where this is heading is Rue's going to keep coming back for some morphine.
Yeah, possibly. But she was doing heroin for that.
Right, but never injecting it.
Did she not?
No, she said that. That was probably...
No, but I remember she was in the car with...
Yeah, but she said she doesn't take it through that. She doesn't take it through the needle.
Okay.
That's because remember when the chick mentioned it to her first, she's like, I've got morphine, but through the needle. And she's like, oh, I don't really do that.
Yeah, okay.
And when she was really, really fucked in the bathtub, when she was like, asked her again, she's like, do you want some more? Because remember, Rosa, please. She's like, do you have any pills? She's like, no, but I have morphine. She's like, I'll take anything.
Yeah.
And that's when she gave it to her.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, it's interesting. Like final episodes next week, Monday.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it fucking goes through quick.
Well,
I guess.
Is it the final or was this the final one?
No, this is part one.
Because it said part one of that one.
Yeah, it's part
one.
And
the ending was like when Cassie's about to like fucking. I actually don't remember something.
It was just. Last. It was. Yeah. It was.
Was it? It was right.
I can't remember actually. I watched it last night. I can't remember.
Yeah, same.
But it ended on like kind of a cliffhanger.
It ended on like a cliffhanger, yeah, where it had something to do with Cassie losing her mind because of the play.
Yeah, which is fair because she's going into.
Oh yeah, she was seeing Nate's and what's her name's relationship Maddie's relationship be portrayed in the theater.
Oh right, yeah.
We our first showing of Love was there, and then, remember, but shout out to Lexi one more time. My babe got hot in season 2. Real talk, they're giving her more spotlight, and not only that, she's now in somewhat of a romantic relationship with my favorite character, Fez. So the two people that I love the most got put together. Like it's like I made the show. That's why I say executively produced by Daddy Drake. He knows exactly what I like. He's gonna give me that.
Yeah.
I don't have to hope for.
What do you think is about to happen with Fez? And
that's obvious.
Like
he's gonna get set up. That's why That's why they keep alluding to him not being at the play.
Yeah, I already know he's not gonna be at the play. I already know that.
But but he was already supposed to be at the play.
Do you reckon he's getting? Do you think he's fucking off? Do you think he's dead?
No, he's not going to get killed.
You don't reckon?
Set up by the cops.
I reckon he could. Yeah, but so do you reckon he gets locked up?
No, but that's what that guy was telling Chloe Cherry.
Yeah, no, but
her lips in this like they're always like.
Yeah,
puffed
but
up.
yeah.
She looks like such a. But I've smashed the shit.
But also like Ashtray is
He
onto
might
him.
stab him.
Yeah, no, he's onto him. So like, it's interesting.
I think
like,
that's what it's like foreboding. So who's gonna get to what first? Is he late because of the situation where Ashtray has now stabbed this guy and they've gotten away?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Or
Like,
is the situation where he's got
yeah,
caught?
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I was asking for
But
a prediction.
yeah,
I
I
was asking for a
fucking
prediction,
honestly, I
mate.
really like this show. I think most of the ideas behind it and just like I really like the character development as well. Like, look, I kind of almost like am starting to like Nate. Not exactly like him, but like now that his dad's gone away, now he's being
I
real
liked his dad,
apologetic.
bro. I liked his dad.
Oh, his dad went off the
I loved
rails.
His dad when he was going wild.
His dad at the end. That's right.
Best ending, like best exit you could have. Flopping his
He's
cock around.
on the floor and
Yeah.
he's laughing, and then he's basically like, "Look, motherfuckers, I've been fucking men for this how long? Your mother, I know your mother flirts with some other guys." And then the mum in the mornings all just fucking a J, like just chilling, fucking. But yeah, nah.
Nate, I like. Nate's weird because like I don't like.
One thing before you get to that, one thing I want to speak on. When the dad was like, "All right, this is just what I want to talk about." And during that episode, the dad was like, "I know all of you guys have secrets." Da da da. The mum, he's like, she flirted, and then he's like, "Yours is way worse than mine, son." And he's like, "You watch this gangbang gaping porn where they're spitting inside these women's assholes and shit like that." And they made that seem like such like a, "Ooh, whoa, that's so fucked up. Oh,
Yeah.
that's as fucked up as, having sex with kids." What?
Yeah, no, but that was him explaining it in his
Yeah,
way.
and see, yeah, but saying, but like, since when is gangbang?
It's
porn?
not though. That's the thing. It's
'Cause
not.
I think
Obviously, it's
in-
not.
I
He's
think-
drunk. He's drunk and he's like trying to excuse
True, but
himself.
maybe that's also the difference between their generation and our generation. Everything's normalized now. Like eating ass back in the day was like, "You're a freak.
Oh yeah,
You're a fucking freak."
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's like, "You gangbanging women." Fucking,
I think
covered half of the world.
I understand where he's coming. No, I don't mean in terms of like it's equal because it's not. But like I think in his head he's just like, "Oh, I had sex with a young girl, and that's actually a guy, and I'm into gay shit."
Yeah,
You're into like gaping
gangbangs
assholes and rape. That's
rape,
well,
sex.
Yeah.
But
That's what he's trying to compare it to. Obviously, it's not.
Don't
the
think
same.
that's comparable.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah.
But if it's that way, if anything, it is a bit more freaky to be into gaping assholes than just gay sex.
Yeah.
Like, all that
if you
would-
look
yeah.
at it
Yeah,
on
a gay
on a,
sex
no,
versus-
on a scale of like experimentation in sexuality.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Because you could just be a normal gay guy that just like hooks up.
If that person is overage, his is more normal because it's not obviously.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
valid.
100%, yeah.
Because but I don't know. Yeah, I thought he had it. I liked his story as well with his like
with
his
the
friend
other
coming
his
up.
mate, and then they ended up like hooking up that one time in that bar. That's
Yeah,
such like
that's
a
how he started. Well, that's how he started.
yeah.
That's how he started.
Oh yeah, but remember he started feeling for his friend early on, like he was seeing like
Yeah.
Remember he was like looking
And then
at his lady
he was
shit.
addicted to sex, like with his wife, who
Yeah,
like,
with
you
his
know,
girlfriend,
yeah.
wife. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like I look that actually puts onto an interesting theory, like where like if you're like a young teenager like that, and you're like young 16 to 18-year-old, and you're like fucking someone similar age, what like that idea of then just being like that for the 40 like how could
For the
that,
rest of your,
could you lock that in? Because like how I see that is that's clear or that's gonna happen. That they both were openly addicted to sex, or they said it, they really enjoyed it, they loved it, they were doing it all the time.
Yeah.
How can you tell me that they're both not obviously gonna get bored of each other and go off and fuck someone else in their 20s? Like even if they last 4 years with being platonic, like it's like
because some people don't value the sex. Some people don't value sex as highly as some others. Like some people are fine to just fuck one person for the rest of their lives just for the fact that.
Yeah, but they obviously weren't though. You could say like
Oh,
I'm
them
sure
too.
that they could.
But there you
they
go.
could tell
That's where it shows that some people get stuck in relationships too early when they're not ready. Some like I can't say that getting into a relationship in high school just legitimately straight away means your marriage is not going to work out. That's not true. I'm just saying it doesn't work for everyone, and the problem.
I
with
think
everyone,
it doesn't work for majority.
Majority, okay, but
marriage doesn't work for majority.
yeah, that too. That's the thing. So what I'm trying to say is, you have to you'll know when it's time. I think you'll know, but also you should also be logical about it. So because some people try to deceive themselves, like I'm ready for marriage now, just because they need someone in their lives.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. People do that just with relationships. They just
yeah.
don't, you know, they
I
just
think
don't-
you're ready for marriage when. I don't think you're ever ready for marriage, and now you're looking for a partner. I don't think you should ever take it that way. I think you should just be looking for partners, and then if a partner is suitable enough for marriage, then you are ready for marriage.
Yeah.
I think people go into the idea of like, I'm ready for marriage. I need to find someone to marry, and as soon as they grab onto someone that's decent, they go, "Yep, marriage." And they just
I'm just not getting married. Like that's still barbaric to me.
I mean,
You know what's
it's
actually
old
also
school.
that's wild to me that you know these people that are like hell anti the government, like
Yeah.
hell like anti like the societal norms.
Yeah.
But then they're the type of people to get in a relationship and then get married. Oh, my wife, my husband. Fuck you. You're dumb. You're
Yeah.
literally you're playing. You're just.
But that's tradition. The people that are like that are the conservative ones, and the conservative ones follow tradition more so.
Yeah, I guess so. Who knows? But anyway, have you got anything else on Euphoria?
Oh,
that you want-
not on
more-
Euphoria. Do you have anything on Euphoria?
I don't think so. I was just good show. I like it. Give
Crew
it a,
League is back on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Who's,
First game was pretty good so far.
Who's the stars that are playing? Anyone that I give a fuck about?
4K Golden.
Okay.
G Herbo's back.
Yeah. Okay.
Chris Breezy's back.
Oh, Breezy.
Tusi. YK Osiris.
Yeah. Okay.
NLE Chopper.
Oh, NLE Chopper's I might come down just for
I
NLE.
think DJ Scratch. And
I'm watching NLE. I'm watching NLE.
Bro, NLE Chopper fucking can play.
Yeah, I'm watching NLE Chopper play. I'm watching him.
That's
I'm
the
watching
first
him.
game. NLE and Tusi.
Okay. Yeah.
Both teams really good. This season, if all the teams are like this season,
Yeah.
it's gonna be the best season ever.
Cool.
It's no longer Drewski and Jack Harlow on
Commentating.
the commentating.
Okay.
It's still that other guy that they were taking the piss out of.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Brewster.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Buster.
Buster or something.
Buster,
I don't know.
something like that. Be careful, ESPN may not hire him.
Yeah. And it's Aiden Ross and two of his friends.
Oh, okay.
And it's okay. It's
Yeah.
not bad. It's not bad. It's just
Yeah, okay.
not. I don't look. I think Aiden Ross is pretty funny at
I don't
times.
really.
I just don't find him as funny as Drewski. So I don't know why they stopped that. And
Oh, it's money.
Yeah.
Drewski would probably just be
Yeah,
asking for a bit more.
Yeah.
Easy.
Otherwise, I'm looking forward to the season. I think Chris Breezy might take it again, but I think NLE Chopper's team has a good chance.
It depends on the team really, because Breezy's the best player, but his team wasn't as good as was it Tiger last time?
Yeah.
His
he
team wasn't
almost
as good as
lost to
Tiger's, but it was actually Breezy that
Yeah,
was
Breezy
doing
went
like
back.
yeah.
Well, NLE Chopper's pretty decent and his team's pretty good, so we'll see.
All right,
We'll
cool.
see.
Oh, it's interesting. I'll probably give that a watch.
Yeah.
I'll tune in.
Speaking of basketball as well, fucking other than Curry putting 50 on the fucking NBA All-Stars game,
Yeah.
Luka Doncic has been fucking going crazy recently.
Well, I know Joel Embiid's been going absolutely
Crazy
mental
as
as well. So,
But Luka's almost hitting 50 points every time. And not only that, Jokic has been going crazy as well. And that just made me think about this. It's finally time.
what?
It's finally time for Eastern Europeans to take over all sports.
Oh yeah,
It's time.
yeah. But they're not doing much really still.
I mean, we are.
But you're not.
Well, we had the previous year's MVP, and then Luka Doncic is probably, like, at the moment, the best player in the league.
Yeah. Oh, it depends.
Other than the chef.
The chef. No, wasn't he doing terribly? Like
Wasn't
a couple
doing
weeks
that.
ago.
He was doing well, then he wasn't doing that good, then he's been doing okay recently. But I hope he gets his fucking mojo back after that fucking performance.
The All-Star
Jesus
game though is
Christ.
just a 3-point contest though.
Yeah, but fucking keep
Yeah,
doing
everyone-
that. Keep
Yeah, no, but
scoring
it's
like
it's
that.
not it's not no, but it's not
Yeah,
like
everyone's fucking around.
because no
I
one wants to get
understand.
injured. No one wants to get injured.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
not. It's like it's more
It's
of a
not
play
as
around
serious.
thing.
It's it's more skill wise.
Didn't LeBron won? Didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
5 in
so.
a row now.
Wow, really? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Okay, he must take
5
it.
in a row that he's been team. When he's been team LeBron,
Yeah,
he's never lost.
yeah. Okay. It's weird because like I don't feel like he should be captain.
Yeah.
Like, and it's really weird that they still give it to him because I look like
Is
he's
it
still
weird
amazing.
that it was Durant's team but Durant didn't play?
Yeah, yeah. I like realistic. I just think there's been better players like this year than both of them. Like Durant, maybe I understand it. Like,
And they've been also talking about how like in that game it was more the slam dunks in that game were more entertaining than the slam dunks in the slam dunk contest.
apparently, yeah, that went like just.
Probably the boringest one ever.
Well, it's also kind of hard like to do anything now. Like that hasn't
You
been
have
done.
to think of something. You
That
have to get
hasn't
it like
been
fucking between both legs.
They said that apparently since like Blake Griffin jumped over a car, like there's not really much you can do.
Yeah.
Like it's
That's
just,
crazy.
and it's just like well,
Crazy.
it's just.
I mean, it's always cool when if you can make it from the free throw line like Jordan. That's still hard.
Yeah.
Jumping from there and elevating like that's fucking crazy.
I think a lot of people can do that. Like I reckon Zach LaVine could probably do that pretty easily.
Yeah.
Like someone like
He's
that.
got
kind of-
hoops.
Yeah.
He's got hoops.
He's got little jumps in him.
Other things I want to talk about. Just Kanye. Few things about Kanye. He's calmed down a little bit now. Since he's released the documentary, the first episode, and since
Have you seen it? I haven't seen it.
the first episode, I wanted to talk about that after.
Yeah,
but I wanted to mention. Did you see how he's released on the 2?
Has he released it already?
Yeah, but just on STEM players.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So we're selling them for $200 as STEM players.
Yeah.
And you can only get the album on there, and you can fuck with the album and play with the STEM player apparently. But
Yeah.
that's the only way. And he's like saying, this is a new wave for artists, da da da. We're usually not paid 100%. This is how I'm going to get my 100%. He made like 2 point some billion or something in a few days or some shit. I don't even remember how much it was, but it's insane.
So you have to pay $200.
For the STEM player.
And when is he? Is he?
So it's like 250, 260.
Is he selling that
online?
No, but is he gonna release his album?
No.
So he's only releasing on STEM
Yeah.
players.
Yeah.
Surely someone's just gonna take it and like upload it.
Probably on YouTube already, some shit. Who knows?
Yeah.
But the Genius documentary, fucking honestly, one of the best documentaries I've seen. His friend that was around him for a very long time has been recording him for a very long time.
Yeah, no, he
and
said
you
he
see
had
the
been.
early stages of like him being rejected and all that kind of crazy shit going on. Yeah, it's just really interesting to watch someone's journey like that. It's very.
Do you think he'll
inspiring.
calm down after the album now? Like in terms of like everything that's going on? Like
Possibly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and he will like go back to.
Um,
Because wasn't he
go
just
back-
fucking that Julia chick? That Julia.
Yeah, and then
like,
but apparently she just kind of, I think he broke up with her because he just wanted Kim back or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Apparently, like, because he lives like right across the road from Kim.
Yeah, well, next to her.
Yeah, it's just like, it isn't like he was throwing like, I swear he was like throwing like mad parties and shit as well.
I don't know.
Like, well, that's what I was hearing. Is that
Oh,
he
well.
was like he was just having like stupid sex parties and shit, like inviting.
Possibly, yeah, just to make
Like,
her angry.
yeah.
That makes sense. It's,
Imagine that though.
most artists are very petty, and
Imagine that,
that's
like,
very petty.
imagine like North, you know, at the Kardashians. Like, what's Daddy doing?
And you just look through the window, he's just
And
like
he's plowing some
20,
cheeks,
like,
like, you know.
like 20 women, just him in the middle, just
Yeah, and it's just like no, on the lawn.
yeah, on the
Like on the lawn, he's in a
Kim,
cult
bring
circle.
the kids.
He's in a cult circle.
Kim, bring the kids.
He's in a cult circle. He's in the middle of it, and they're all just like laying down, praying to him.
Wouldn't that be nice? Just like being in a cult, but you being the cult leader.
I reckon even just being one of the fellas that follows.
Yeah, just orgies.
I just like
constant orgies and shit.
I just like
That's-
being
that
involved in
seems
things, you know?
Yeah.
yeah, I like being
Just
involved.
being in the tall
I just like
grass,
being there, you know. I like
just in the tall grass with all those naked people and everyone just putting their fingers in each other's assholes.
I love just being involved, man. I love being
Chilling
invited to
ass
things. I
house.
love the
enough.
atmosphere. You know what I'm
Fair
saying?
enough.
It's a great time.
Speaking of things that are a great time, it came up on my mind recently again, and I think I've mentioned it before on this podcast, but I still like making myself extra thirsty, so when I get to the water, it tastes better.
Yeah, okay. I don't really.
And I still haven't met anyone that does that yet.
I don't do it on purpose, but like sometimes if I'm thirsty, I won't go get a drink. But it's not because I want it to taste better. It's because I just can't be bothered to go get a drink.
Okay. So yeah, I still haven't. I've still thinking about that. Someone said something similar to that, but wasn't like me, and then I just thought of mine, and I was like, man, like, I hope one day, like that's the thing. Like, is anyone else as strange as me? And when I start feeling thirsty, and then I know I'm thirsty, so I go, you know what? I'll wait a little bit longer.
Yeah, no, I've never done that. I've never done that.
Yeah.
That's
So I just wanted to put that out.
Do you
there
do the
to
same
world.
with peeing?
No.
Yeah, okay, so you pee straight away
Yeah,
as soon as you
yeah.
need to pee. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, because I can understand that. That's a nice feeling.
Yeah, it's like really.
Like,
yeah,
when you like release that. That's probably one of the better feelings ever. Like, I reckon.
Yeah.
Like just that release of urine. Yeah,
into a bowl, to whatever,
Oh,
or whatever. I mean, onto the floor if you're Nate's dad
I was gonna say a girl.
or a girl. Which I always wondered why, like, why inside, like, I get it's really degrading that if a guy pisses in a chick's mouth, but I never understood why did they piss in their assholes.
Why not? Like, it's just another hole.
Yeah, but like I understand where the mouth is degrading because you're pissing on someone's face and in their mouth. That's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I'm nothing. Someone's pissing. But pissing in someone's asshole, wouldn't that feel weird? Like it just, and it also comes back out. It's like, you know, like it doesn't make sense sexually to me. All the other things, like I get it. It's like I'm trying to like, you know, make you feel lesser, or the person likes feeling lesser. So it's like, yep, cool. But the pissing in the asshole, just like it seems pointless, you know?
I don't think it, like, everything in the arsehole then's kind of pointless, right?
Nah, because like if you put your dick in there, it's a tight squeeze. So I get it, but pissing in the asshole, it's like it's just gonna pour out
Yeah, but like, surely are they drinking the piss?
after. I don't think so.
Then it's just gonna fall out.
Oh, you mean when it's in the mouth?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, probably some of them do. Yeah.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
That makes it way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it,
Terrible.
like I'm somewhat, I understand it if it's just in your mouth, but like
Yeah.
drinking it.
Yeah.
Same with shit, like, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
nah, it's just a bit.
It's too horny.
It's not. No,
It's a bit
for me,
too
it's just not even horny.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's the
That's
pissing
just
in the
dirt-
asshole
that-
thing.
'cause, like-
It's like you're not doing anything to like.
Because you know what, right? Like, I understand. Like, one of my favorite things is laying in the filth after sex. Like, in
Yeah,
terms of
yeah.
like you're all sweaty.
Yeah.
And like it's all
And
it's
you're
a,
both like-
it's a bit hot, but like you're like it's all
it
combined.
feels
It's all
nice.
congealed, you know.
And you can smell the sex in the air.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
That's the part I like. To the point where I understand. So I understand liking things dirty.
Yeah.
Making feces involved.
Oh yeah, that's a bit. Yeah.
That's when it's like this isn't smelling.
Like I don't mind if she
but it
comes
doesn't-
back from like a training session, she's all sweaty
Oh,
and wet.
like oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
like
down
that's
for that.
like
I'm down for that.
I'm going for a run around the block, coming back, then plowing, so
Yeah.
we're both sweating.
So we're both
You know,
sweating.
like
we both smell like garbage.
Oh, 100%. Because
I love it when she comes back after she's eaten the garbage out of
Do you
the
know?
garbage
Do
bin.
you know what that is though?
That's the best.
Do you know what that is though? That's like a double negative. That's a double negative
Yeah.
smelling bad to make it smell fucking good.
Yeah.
And that is just a good feeling. That sex smell is like the best out of all of them. But I can't remember what I was gonna say. Yeah, getting like other things involved. I understand. So I like things that don't smell like feces.
Yeah.
So I could understand if you were like dirty, just like in general. So like you were like doing like you fell over in mud.
Yeah,
I'd understand it.
I'd fuck the shit out of you still.
Yeah,
That's
100%. Like
mud.
if we're both in mud and shit.
And
like,
I used to
it's all-
eat mud anyway, so I might just go for an
If
appetizer.
you
for, like,
are, I'm
your
trying to
skin.
think. I'm trying to think of other things where like it's relatively just anything but feces, man. Anything but feces.
Yeah, you could be like, you could put a booger on my chest if you want, like.
That's pushing it. See again,
But no,
that's
it's not
some
making
sort
me.
of feces.
No, but it's not making me turned on. I'm
That's-
just saying, if that's your kink, do that.
I'm a bit. I might
But
struggle a little bit by that.
you
I
better
might struggle
snort
by
that booger back
I
up.
might.
What if she
struggle-
puts the booger on your
Oh,
chest and then she goes,
Oh, I hate
she's
you.
like, I don't want to waste that one.
Oh, I hate that. I hate it. I'd go so soft. I'd go so
I just,
soft. You're hard now.
Yeah, I wasn't hard before. I was like, put that as soon as she puts a booger on her chest, it's like Iron Man when he puts that thing in his chest to live. It's like, rock hard.
Feces. I don't understand. Smelly things like that. Like, I don't, like food. I understand. Like wanting to fuck with food. I understand it. Like, in terms of all the but the mess.
Oh,
Again, I understand the
like,
mess.
What?
like,
We're like in the bathtub and the bathtub's filled with spaghetti and we just
yeah,
fuck
something like that. Yeah, something like that. Who knows? But we've just got some
I
food.
just put
You
my
know.
bowls out just to float just a little bit out, so it's meatballs and spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
I wanted to mention something you mentioned last week that you wanted to talk about. How you were talking about the 3 girls in the Tinder Swindler and the last one.
Yeah.
All right,
She knows. She's
Queen, bro.
Queen. No, she.
When you defeat a king like that, you're the she's not Queen, Empress.
Yeah,
'Cause he's a king.
Yeah.
He fucked all those bitches.
Yeah.
He's king.
Yeah.
She's an empress.
Yep.
She took all his clothes and then he's like, look at me, I'm poor.
Yeah.
And he's like sitting there photos and just, how
That's
funny
the
was
best.
that?
That was the
When
best.
she was showing the photos of him going, look what you have done, I'm poor now. And he's like sleeping in this like hostel.
Have you seen him now? He's back. He's back on
Yeah, he's got a
Instagram.
fucking girlfriend and shit.
Yeah, he's just fucking loving life. He's just like, and he's just like open about it. He's just joking about it.
Yeah.
Like I respect so much for what he did.
Yeah.
Like like you, the first two. I'm sorry. Like they're just you're dumb. I'm sorry.
You just got played.
I'm sorry, but like,
'Cause I'm okay. Like, look, as a person that's been catfished myself, I understand what you're going through. That you can start liking someone without knowing them that well and just seeing photos and stuff, videos and stuff. But the thing is, when that person starts asking for money, nah.
that's what I was about to ask. Is like, how much have you got to know someone to give him 10K? Like, how much of a bond have you got to have? Because in my opinion, those two gala would.
You either have to be one of my best mates or family member. No one else.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't want to give you 10K.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
I'd debate it. I'd be like, nah.
Yeah. It's same. If like if you needed that 10K to like survive, okay.
Yeah. If I could prove that it was worth my life. Sort of thing. Yeah.
But
okay.
if it was just like, bro, give me 10K, but for what?
Yeah.
Unless I'm a billionaire and you're like, give me 10K, and I'm like,
Oh, if you're a billionaire, bro, I'd be asking for a milli.
yeah.
I think I deserve a milli
Yeah,
if you're a billionaire,
yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah.
And same for you, I'd give you a milli.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Stingy dog. No, I'm kidding.
Half.
3/4. I'll give you $1 million on a loan with 10% interest.
10% interest over a 3-year period.
Speaking of pieces of shit, I was just thinking about it before the other day, right? I was just thinking, like, whenever my grandma inboxes me, she will always be like, hey, darling, my beautiful diamond, or whatever, like, or you know what I'm saying? Like, your grandma will like gas you, like she'll make it seem like you're the best person in the world. She'll send me like a paragraph like, how are you, my lovely beautiful boy,
my spiritual child, you're straight from God,
you're the kindest little angel, and all this stuff. And I'm just thinking, like, how many other grandmas gas up these other people, but like on the other side of the line, your grandma don't even know that you're a piece of fucking shit.
Yeah, you're like
your grandma's like, my pure angel, this cut's just out in the street, like stabbed 3 guys last night. Like,
no, I just love
you
the
do
idea, right?
God's work, my son.
Like your grandma's like in a different country and she's like messaging you, but it's like 2:00 in the morning on a Saturday for you.
Yeah,
or on a Sunday morning. You're on cat and you're like, fucking look, you're an angel, my beautiful darling son.
You've been working so hard and you're just like, yeah.
So, your jaw's gone. My
Grandma send her a video back. Thanks, Grandma. I am doing God's work.
Grandma's trying to flirt me up. No, what do you like? What age? Like, do they just get to an age and think that like we want that? Because I don't. What's up with all those old women? Like old women obviously get to a point where they're just like,
because
they're like, no, but they get to a point, right, where they stop caring about what people think and they're like, I'll flirt with everyone.
But I don't think my grandma's flirting.
I'm not saying no. I went. Oh, that's why I said I just said.
Oh
old
yeah.
Oh, you ever chat to an old gal and she's like,
not even old gal, but like
older.
Where I'm working, sometimes like I've both cases, older women and older men. But obviously here the older men way more. I'll be sitting there, and next to me another person will be working with an older person, and I'll just overhear like the old guy go, "Oh, you're such a pretty little lady. Do you have a boyfriend?" And then they'll be like, "Oh, what a shame. You don't have a boyfriend. Oh, I can't believe that. You're so beautiful. If I was your age, I'd be with you."
That's
and like
creepy.
you know
I
when
hate
they,
that.
like, and it's people forgive old people because it's like, oh, he's old, he's harmless. But I've heard some old people say some grimy shit.
I've heard like really disgust. One time
I've heard an old guy say, "Those are beautiful toes you've got there," and I was like, "Yes, toe king." I was like, "Yes, full fetish
He was
king."
talking about you.
No, like, I know.
Oh,
I suck him.
Stop it, you.
I suck in myself.
Stop it, you. I was working at my old job when I was like 17, right?
Yeah.
And like every Saturday, they used to like my boss owned like 2 stores.
Yeah.
And she used to send, because it got busy on Saturdays, she used to send over a girl from the other store, and they'd work with me on that Saturday.
Yeah.
And I remember there was this one girl that came over all the time, and there was this guy that came over, and I'm like, I'm not even kidding. This is possibly one of the creepier guys I've ever seen. So, but like he came in like he's got like a walking stick. And do you hear white noise right now?
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder where that's from. Anyway,
Sounds like your fridge.
no, I hear a lot higher frequency.
Oh,
Way high. Oh, yeah, you
Then
must not hear it.
You're
Anyway.
losing your mind.
Maybe. But anyway, so I was there, and like this guy came up. He's like got a walking stick. He's like got these really old, dirty clothes on, and like his face is like skin is falling off of it from like scabs and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, and he just looks so disgusting, so disgusting. And I'm like, and he's like, he was trying to get the attention of the girl that was working there. And I was just serving people at the other end, and he goes, and he was like, what's up? And he was just like, oh, can you tell that girl something for me? And I was like, yeah, sure. And he's just like, I just want to let her know that she's like really hot and I want to fuck her. And I was just like,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah. See. Like, do you reckon it's because at that age people become like senile? And like
Maybe.
fall into like diseases like dementia, they get
Literally, they fall.
dementia. Well,
Dementia's on the floor,
dementia
they
is the
don't
funny
fall.
thing because you actually do sort of almost slowly fall into it. Like you lose more and more memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think.
And I guess like a lot of that relies
like,
on family as well.
yeah,
Because like if
yeah.
you're alone, like what do you even do at that point,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like.
And that's what I was wondering. Like, at what point do you get to where you're legitimately like how senile do you have to be to think that you're a crusty 80-year-old guy and you're gonna get a chance from a like 20-year-old? Like,
Yeah.
do you think you've lost your mind at that point, or do you think you've just lost care?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the reality of everything is kind of mixed up. I guess because you're not clued into
What's going
the
on
world
around you.
is really.
Yeah,
Are you?
and
So
with the way like the older people from like currently we're young, we're 20, we're in our 20s. The people that are old for us now, those are the generations that didn't have phones, that didn't have technology, that didn't evolve with this, that just were in a small town or in a small city and knew a small amount of people.
yeah,
you know?
yeah. And them doing that kind of shit's normal to them.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's still not an excuse, I guess.
Just like
but
it's
yeah.
no longer normal for like. How often do you walk around through the streets and even say hello to people, randoms? Or like, how often do you like have a situation where you're sitting somewhere in a public spot and a random starts talking to you? I bet back in those days it was constant.
All the time, because that's just like that's
That's
actually
how they
entertaining.
met people.
Yeah.
Now people meet over the phone, so they go, "Fuck this! Why would I make new friends with all these random people in the public when I could just go on Facebook and like talk to my friends?"
Yeah, no.
Which is sad.
I don't know. It's sad to a level, right? It's sad in
No,
terms
it's sad. No, it's not just sad to a level. It's sad because you realize when you're in public, there's no human connection anymore. There's no care for other people in public. You're just caring about you and the people around you, which is okay at times. But I think it's dehumanizing.
That's why I said to a level,
Yeah,
right?
it's dehumanizing.
I don't think it's a
us.
bad thing being connected to people, but like, yeah, I don't think.
No,
I also don't know,
no,
but I
it's
also
like-
don't. I also don't think there's so much of a like need to be connected to people in public. I don't think that. I think it gives. I think it's.
But I think it's a very spontaneous thing that can
Yeah,
flourish.
I
great
agree. No,
experience.
so I think there should obviously be more discourse in public.
Yeah.
But I also think the way it probably wasn't the best either, because I think the idea of a private life is quite good to most people, and I think that there being a step back is good, but also it's not just a step back that we've gone. It's like a full we're in a cave.
Yeah.
Right, so it's like I think like being able to speak to people confidently and just talk to anyone, and the fact that some people struggle to ask for directions if they really need them.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I think the basics still need to be there, and they're not. Like,
But that's the same.
right?
The fundamentals aren't there because no longer do you need anyone's assistance with anything. You have Google.
Yeah.
You don't need to be like, like there's only a few rare times where I've been in a shopping center and gone, "Hey, excuse me, do you know where the Coles is here?"
Yeah.
Like usually I'll even just search up like Coles,
Yeah.
and then it'll show you where in the fucking store it is, and you're like, cool.
That's what I do all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I asked it. I asked recently. I asked what the time was. I was fucking great. I was like, what time is it, man? He was like, fucking 6:30.
Don't you even fucking find? Imagine someone. Don't you even fucking find again?
Did I tell you about the little argument I had at Adventure World with this dude?
I feel like you might have, but I'm not sure.
There was this guy that was like he was going. Well, essentially, Adventure World is a water park in Perth, but
if you didn't know,
there's this ride essentially which is like kind of like a fast one, and and apparently like if you want your kids go on it, there has to be an adult with it.
Yeah.
And like these two dads were up in the line in front of us, and he was just like, and they were like, oh, next two, and they were like, kids go first, or like they both put their kids forward, and they were like, oh, no, an adult needs to go with one of these, and then they were like, why? And he's just like, oh, just because there's a deeper end of the pool, and like the kid's not allowed on this one, it has to go down with an adult. And then they were like, no, but they want to race. And he was like, I can't do it, man. And literally, like 5-minute like argument about like them being like,
oh,
they're going back and forth, like why can't they do it? He knows how to swim. And then it was so I was right behind him, and it was annoying the fuck out of me at this point. And I was just like, this is just annoying. And then they eventually went, like the older one of them went with one of their kids, and the other one was still talking shit. And I was like, dude, like, what do you want him to do?
Yeah, and now that the other guy's gone, they don't even need to race anymore. So
yeah, no, I even said to I said to I was like, what do you want this one lifeguard dude to do? He's probably being paid.
Yeah,
not enough.
Well, not
to
only
put up
that,
with your shit.
Yeah, not only that, he can't change the fucking policy of the place.
That's why I said to him. I was like, dude, what do you want him to do? He's like, yeah, but you see how stupid it is. I was like, dude. Okay,
how stupid are we? How stupid is this whole society, cunt?
No, that's what. Yeah, this is where it went.
Yeah.
So I said to him, I said, dude, like, what do you mean? Like, what if one of the kids gets fucked up on the slide?
Yeah.
And then whose fault is it? Is it your fault or is it Adventure World's fault?
Yeah, and it's gonna be Adventure World.
And who gets shat on?
Yeah.
You or Adventure World?
Yeah.
I think it's Adventure World.
Adventure World, yeah.
And he goes, yeah, but you know it wouldn't happen. And I was like, what do you mean? Like crazy.
You don't
shit.
know. Yeah.
And I was just like, what do you mean? He's like, and I was just like, he's like, that doesn't happen. I was like, what do you mean? We're in a pandemic. Like that doesn't happen, but it happened.
Yeah.
You know. So what do you mean it doesn't happen?
You can't get.
Do you know what he said? He said, "Are we?" I loved it. Oh, he doubled down on the slide. Are we even in it? Is COVID real?
Oh, I think it's fake. He's probably one of those cunts that believes it's fake anyway.
But I loved how he doubled down just because his kid couldn't go on the road. He's like, are we really though? Are we? I loved it. So like, fair play to that cunt. He goes full in. He cares about his child's. We get down the slide, right? We go down the end, and there he is arguing with the other.
Oh my god, he's still up there. That's crazy. Imagine his kids.
No, he went down. He went down, and then he was arguing with the other lifeguard down at the bottom. And he's like, yeah. I was just like laughing. It was so funny to me. I loved it. But like, so that was one of the other times I remember recently, like talking to someone like random, just like in public, like just arguing with them. Like, what are you doing, you dumb fuck? Yeah. Like, I have to do it sometimes because my job sometimes makes me need to do it. But like,
well, I talk to randoms all the time in my job, but that's
no, I don't. I don't mean it in terms that sometimes I can just be in a site and I need to talk to a dude there, and I'm like, yo, what's up, dude? Like, I do, yeah, like it can happen. But yeah. So, but other than that, it's rarely ever.
You got anything else?
I think there was something I wanted to mention, but I can't remember what it was. I'll have a quick look to see if I took a photo of it. So, I feel like there was something that I had, but maybe not. Okay. I think we should do this on this because this probably works, just in case she ever does watch it. The question that someone asked us on here.
Oh.
So let's have a look.
Which question?
She just asked it, so I'm just gonna have a look.
Oh, yeah. So Jack finally found out that there is actually a messaging function on TikTok. So now he's found people actually inboxing us. So
yeah.
If you guys have any questions or would like to ask us anything, or even like to send hate our way,
just send us. Yeah, if you do hate us that much, send it through.
Yeah, I actually really want to read shit like that.
Yeah, if you have anything really despite,
we'll make you famous.
Like if you actually do just want to shit on us, do it.
Oh, that'd actually be kind of fun.
And we'll read it out. And you may get it on our TikTok.
If it's funny enough, I swear to God, I'll read it out.
Yeah, we'll get it on our TikTok.
It can't be like you're both gronks, you're both fuckheads, you're both too dumb to do.
Swear guy on the left has a small dick.
Oh, I swear the guy on the right is just genius.
Anyway, this is from Kimmy with a love heart. So thank you, Kimmy. I'm not with a love heart, butterfly. I'm a retard. Anyway, Kimmy. Hey, love your page. Just wondering what it means when a guy you've been with a couple of times but aren't in a relationship message you saying a random but had a sex dream about us last night. I take it he really enjoys the company, if you know what I mean. Or is it normal for guys to have them regularly?
That's actually
Maybe
a good question, Kimmy. I really like that question. Send us more questions. We need them. I think it depends on the guy. Why I say that is guys that are exceptionally horny will probably have those dreams about most people, even their friends, even their girl mates, right? So it's either that, or it's the case that it just the dream just says it. He's thinking about being sexual with you, and what your dreams are, they're your unconscious, and it's your unconscious speaking to you. So clearly he wants you. That's probably the case.
Yeah, so it's a good sign no matter what, I guess, in terms of like he desires
him
you.
Him telling you about the dream is a hint. Take that as a hint. Take that as a hint of him. Because I've had plenty of sexual dreams about women that I never mentioned to, because at the time
You'd be embarrassed.
I was either embarrassed, or it was like I wasn't like flirty enough with them to the point where I could comfortably say, hey, I had a sexual dream about you, and use it as like a hint, like a nudge, like, hey, let's fuck. Like, hey, I dreamt about you. Means
I think that's overall, I think that's a good thing.
Very good.
I think it's a good thing too.
So just take it as a good thing, Kimmy. Anything you want to add to that?
No, I think that's pretty spot on. I think like I can't imagine me in a world where if I had a sexual dream about someone and I told them that I would I wouldn't want that person to be.
Like I said, it's either you guys are friends and he's just saying it as like I've said it to a girl mate where I was like, I just had a sexual dream about you, and we both laughed about it. Depends on how he
like I've said about you plenty of times. Like all the time.
Not just sexual
every
dreams.
Second night I'm just
like,
having sexual
I'm just
dreams
like daydreaming about just getting that shit just geeked out of me.
And
then just someone pissing in my asshole.
That's all my daydreams are about. But I think that's pretty spot on. So there you go. We'll end it with that. Thank you, Kimmy.
Thank you, Kimmy. I really appreciate that. I hope more of you will do that. If not, it is what it is. But yeah.
All good. Let's go to our
Sunday selection.
I guess.
My Sunday selection will probably be Chillin' It, 420 and 201 featuring Husky.
Fair enough. Mine is probably... I actually have no idea.
Also, guys, go listen to that Husky album as well as that Chillin' album. Chillin' album came out quite a bit before, but the new Husky album is fucking amazing. So listen to that if you like Aussie rap.
I've never been a fan of Aussie rap. Hey,
not me neither. But I really like Husky and Chillin' It.
I'd probably say ACG by Ashbeck and El Londo.
Okay.
Jackie, cool. ACG, I think you need me. Anyway.
Thanks for listening once again. Peace.
Thanks, episode 69.
We're going to get up to that now.
Fuck your mothers.